Who is Dajjal, and when will he appear? The world has always feared what it cannot see, but what if the greatest deception is yet to come? A figure, not just of evil, but of ultimate illusion. A being who will challenge truth itself and test the faith of humanity like never before. Across centuries, prophets have warned about him, scriptures have described him, scholars have debated him, and believers have feared him. He is known by many names, but in Islamic tradition, he is called Dajjal, the Great Deceiver. But who is he really? Is he already among us? And when will he appear? Long before modern civilization, before technology, before empires, humanity was warned of a trial unlike any other. In Islamic tradition, the concept of Dajjal is deeply rooted in the sayings of Prophet Muhammad, known as Hadith. He described Dajjal not merely as a man, but as a fitna, a trial so severe that it would shake the foundation of belief. It is said that every prophet, from Adam to Isa, warned their people about this coming deception. But why? Because Dajjal would not just spread evil, he would redefine reality itself. He would come with powers that resemble miracles, control over resources, influence over minds, and the ability to make falsehood appear as truth. This is not just a story of a villain. This is a story of the ultimate test. The Prophet Muhammad gave vivid descriptions, almost cinematic in detail. Dajjal will be a man with one eye. His right eye will be blind like a floating grape. On his forehead will be written the word kafir, meaning disbeliever, visible to true believers. But his physical appearance is not what makes him terrifying. It is his abilities. He will command the skies and rain will fall. He will command the earth and crops will grow. He will bring what appears to be paradise and what appears to be hell. But in reality, his paradise will be hell, and his hell will be paradise. He will travel the world rapidly, entering every city except two, Mecca and Medina. Why? Because they will be protected, guarded by angels. This is not science fiction. This is prophecy. Before Dajjal appears, the world will not be at peace. It will be a time of chaos. 3 years of severe drought will strike the earth. Food will become scarce. Wealth will vanish. Faith will weaken. People will be desperate, hungry, broken. And then he will appear. Not as a tyrant at first, but as a savior. He will promise food to the starving, wealth to the poor, and power to the weak. And many will follow him, because desperation can blind even the strongest minds. Dajjal's greatest weapon is not force, it is deception. He will claim to be a prophet, then he will claim to be God. And shockingly, many will believe him. Why? Because he will perform what appear to be miracles. He will revive the dead or make it seem so. He will control the elements. He will manipulate perception itself. Imagine a world where truth is no longer objective, where what you see cannot be trusted. This is the world Dajjal will create. And in that world, only those with strong faith will survive his deception. Who will follow him? Not just the ignorant, but also the powerful. It is said that many of his followers will come from specific groups, including those deeply entrenched in materialism and disbelief. But the real danger lies elsewhere. Even believers may fall. Why? Because Dajjal will exploit human weakness, greed, fear, and pride. He will offer what people desire most, and in doing so, he will expose the truth about humanity itself. Who stands firm and who falls? In the time of Dajjal, being a believer will not be easy. It will require courage, sacrifice, and unwavering faith. People will flee to mountains, to remote areas, trying to escape his influence. Families will be divided, friends will turn against each other. Truth will feel lonely, but there is hope. The Prophet Muhammad taught specific protections, reciting the first 10 verses of Surah Al-Kahf, avoiding confrontation with Dajjal, and strengthening faith before his arrival. Because once he appears, the test will be unlike anything humanity has ever faced. At the peak of chaos, when Dajjal's influence covers the earth, a miraculous event will occur: the return of Isa. He will descend from heavens near Damascus, not as a prophet, but as a just leader. He will unite the believers, restore truth, and confront Dajjal directly. This will not be a battle of armies, but a battle of truth versus deception. And just like that, the greatest deception in human history will end. Before the emergence of Dajjal, the world will not suddenly collapse, it will slowly transform. The signs will not always be obvious, they will appear gradually, almost unnoticed. Truth will begin to lose its value, lies will become acceptable, even normalized. Honesty will feel like weakness, while deception will be praised as intelligence. People will no longer trust each other, leaders will mislead, and followers will blindly obey. Knowledge will increase, yet wisdom will decrease. And perhaps the most chilling sign of all, people will begin to follow what feels right rather than what is right. To understand Dajjal, we must understand human nature. Why do people fall for deception? Because deception does not present itself as evil, it presents itself as truth. Dajjal will not force belief, he will invite it. He will speak the language of the people. He will understand their fears, their desires, their weaknesses. He will exploit hunger by offering food. He will exploit fear by offering safety. He will exploit pride by offering power. And in doing so, he will make people believe that following him is not just acceptable, but necessary. This is the danger, because when falsehood feels like truth, resistance becomes nearly impossible. In today's world, technology shapes reality. Information travels instantly, images can be altered, voices can be replicated, entire realities can be simulated. Now imagine a figure like Dajjal appearing in such a world. Would his miracles even seem impossible? Or would they simply feel like an advanced form of what we already know? Some scholars suggest that the tools of deception may already be developing. Not because technology is evil, but because it can be used to distort truth. The question is not whether technology will create Dajjal. The question is whether humanity is already becoming vulnerable to his methods.
Unlike past tyrants, Dajjal will not be limited by geography. He will move across the earth with incredible speed. Every nation, every culture, every society will feel his presence. There will be no safe place except those protected by divine will. Mecca and Medina will remain untouched, guarded by angels. But beyond those sacred boundaries, the entire world will become his stage. This is not just a regional event. This is a global trial. Faith in ordinary times is easy. It is easy to believe when belief costs nothing. But during the time of Dajjal, faith will demand sacrifice. People will face impossible choices: food or faith, safety or truth, comfort or conviction, and many will choose survival over belief. But those who remain steadfast, they will become the true examples of faith, because faith is not proven in comfort, it is proven in struggle. Among the darkness, there will be light. There are narrations of individuals who will stand against Dajjal with unwavering courage. One such story tells of a young believer. He will confront Dajjal, publicly rejecting his claim of divinity. In response, Dajjal will attempt to kill him and then bring him back to life to prove his power. But instead of being convinced, the young man's faith will grow stronger. He will declare, "You are more clearly false than ever before." This moment will expose the truth that even the greatest illusion cannot defeat true belief. In the time of Dajjal, knowledge will be a shield. Not just knowledge of the world, but knowledge of truth. The teachings of Muhammad emphasize preparation, learning, understanding, reflecting, because those who recognize the signs will not be easily deceived. Ignorance will become a weakness, and awareness will become survival. Among all protections, one stands out: the recitation of Surah Al-Kahf. Why this chapter? Because it contains stories of trials: the trial of faith, the trial of wealth, the trial of knowledge, the trial of power. Each story reflects a different aspect of the deception that Dajjal will bring. It is not just a recitation, it is a preparation, a reminder that every trial has already been explained. As Dajjal reaches the height of his power, the world will be divided, not by borders, but by belief. On one side, those who follow illusion. On the other, those who hold on to truth. And at that moment, hope will descend. The return of Isa, not as a symbol, but as a reality. With the return of Isa, divisions will begin to fade. Believers will unite. Fear will turn into strength. Doubt will turn into certainty, because truth will finally have a leader. This unity will mark the beginning of the end of deception. When truth stands firm, illusion cannot survive. The influence of Dajjal will begin to weaken. His followers will start to question. His power will begin to fade. Because deception depends on belief, and once belief is broken, the illusion collapses. This story is not just about the future, it is about now. Every day, people face smaller versions of deception. False information, manipulated realities, distorted truths. The story of Dajjal teaches one thing above all: do not believe everything you see. Question, reflect, seek truth, because the greatest deception is the one you never question. In the end, the story of Dajjal is not just about fear, it is about awareness. It reminds humanity that truth is fragile and must be protected, that faith is not inherited, it is built, and that the greatest battles are not fought with weapons, but within the human heart. So when the time comes, will we recognize the truth, or will we fall for the greatest illusion ever created? In a world full of illusions, truth is the rarest courage.